You found it. Your home for the best content on your favorite team, the Fighting Tigers of LSU. Do us a favor. Subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments below. And be sure to smash that like button. Paris Shand, among the former LSU Tigers, getting ready for the NFL draft. Good enough to hang out with us now for a couple of minutes. Hey, man, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
Doing awesome. Hey, this is super. Most people know your backstory, right? You went to Arizona, transferred here, but I was kind of looking at your bio. I forgot. You went to high school in Connecticut, and tell me the name of the school that you went to. How do you pronounce it?
Loomis Chaffee.
Loomis Chaffee. Okay. I saw John Rockefeller went to high school there. Like the richest guy ever, right? John Rockefeller. Are there like buildings there named after him or anything like that? Like a statue to John Rockefeller at Paris Chaffee or Loomis Chaffee?
I have no idea, honestly.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Man,
I was only there for like 6-7 months.
Dude, I would have been like all about like, you mean to tell me John? Like, or if I was running that school, I'd blast everywhere that John Rockefeller went there. That's pretty cool. Hey, man, you spent a couple of years in Baton Rouge in this long winding journey in this time of college football. When you came to LSU and now that you're leaving, if I asked Paris Shand 2 years ago your expectations coming to Baton Rouge and what it is now and how that mapped to what it ended up being, how would you say they compare or contrast based on what you thought coming here?
My biggest thing when going to LSU was being able to compete. Competition is always the main theme when it comes to my personality, so I knew that would be the best opportunity for me to go somewhere compete. So the expectation that I had for myself was just to go in and just do what I needed to do. So I would say that what happened is very close to the expectation, I guess. I went in there and I worked as hard as I could.
Did you think you were going to switch from 94 to 0 and wear the bagel?
I mean, I was never big on numbers, but when it became an opportunity to do that, I jumped at that, and I never thought I would, but it happened.
No, man, I'm just teasing you. So, one of the interesting things about your journey too, man, is you became like such a versatile guy. From playing end to playing inside. This year they had you listed in the 270s, and you ended up playing defensive tackle. Walk me through that this year. When Tank went down and you kind of almost out of necessity had to kick inside and play tackle, what that switch was like for you.
I loved playing for both coaches, Coach Peoples and Coach Davis. I think that was also a part of it. I wanted to be taught by Coach Davis as well. And it was a great switch. And I had fun doing both.
You surprised to see Bo Davis go to the NFL?
My surprise, I feel like in this new age of NIL, a lot of coaches are opting to go in the NFL instead of staying in college.
Yeah. What would you say Paris, you learned from him? Like, because he's got this great reputation, right? Awesome guy, awesome coach, awesome recruiter. We get to go out to practice and see how loud he is. He's boisterous. But like, what did you learn? Playing tackle, learning from Bo Davis.
He's very technical. It's all about the details and understanding the type of blocks that you're getting. Understanding the sets of the O-lineman, whether it's a hard set, soft set, certain stuff like that. He really helped me refine and the little technicalities of my game. So, learning from Pete Davis the year before and then Coach Bo Davis the next year was really good.
Paris Shand is our guest, former Tiger, getting ready for the NFL draft. By the way, where are you? Like, where are you working out and getting ready for the draft?
Oh, I'm training right now in Fresno.
In Fresno, out in Cali. So what sort of things do, like when you're going through draft prep, I guess getting ready for pro day and so like what's a day like? What are you actually like working on every day for the scouts?
Well, when it comes to the specific drills that you're going to do, like the 40, the L drill, the pro shuttle, you're working on explosiveness for the vertical and the broad jump. It's just more, I feel like, focused workouts on certain things, different than when you're doing a workout specific to football. This is specific to the specific drills. And then the training that we do on the technical football side of it is just different drills that you could potentially get. We do some of the combine drills and like other drills that you could possibly see at Pro Day.
like, how do you feel? Like, what do you feel is the thing that you have to work on most for pro day? Like, is it 40? Is your vertical? Like, what's the thing you feel like you got to work on the most?
I think the thing I focused on the most when I went into training was definitely the bench press.
Okay.
I feel like I mean, I worked on everything, but that was probably the main one that I was focusing on.
How many reps?
How many? You're gonna see a pro day.
All right. If I said, all right, over. So you can't give me like a target. What's the most you've ever done?
I can't give away any of the secret sauce, man. You just got to see it.
Over under 22.5.
I say over.
Okay. Over under 23.5.
I can't give you the numbers, but I already said too much.
No, man, you're good. You're good. Hey, better food in Canada or in Louisiana?
See, people keep asking me this, and when I see, being from Toronto, it's different because it's so multi-ethnic, and there's different food from all over the world. I did love the food in Louisiana, but I feel like it's very specific, and it's great. But if you want variety, I'm going for specifically Toronto. I can't speak on the rest of Canada.
Better weather, Toronto or Louisiana?
I'll go Louisiana, even though the summers are very difficult. But the snow, it's hard to do with the snow in Toronto. So yeah, I'll go Louisiana.
Like, the question is this, Paris. Like, do you want to deal with 110 or -10? Like, that's the question you have to answer. Like, which is worse to deal with? And at least when it's -10 or 110, you can go jump in a pool. You know what I mean? When it's -10, there ain't no escaping.
When it's -10, you can put some. You can put a good jacket on. You can put some long johns on.
Nope.
Stay warm.
No, dude. I lived in northern Indiana for a year, and brother, you know this. When it's -10, it don't matter what you put on. It hurts when you go outside. Like when the snot freezes in your nose, that's painful, dog. You know that. I mean, give me an IV, a cold beer, and a swimming pool, man. I'll get down with that. Paris Shand's with us here for a couple more minutes. Hey, give me a thought on, if you would, on the guys that are going to follow you, that 2025 defensive line, guys like Ahmad Bro and Dom McKinley, some of those young guys you think we'll get to see next year.
I mean, I think they're going to do a great job. Even just seeing what they did last year, like when Dom had that game against Oklahoma, I could see him doing that on like every game. You know what I'm saying? When he just really understands his body and the type of strength that he has, he could do that every game. And Ahmad, he's just someone that always wants to learn, and like he's gonna get to where he wants to go. Gabe as well at the defensive end spot, he's someone that is going to be great. He relentlessly always wants to work and always puts in that type of effort, and you can see it on the field, him getting better. So I feel like that D-line group's going to be really good.
Yeah, man. You got to look at both sides, the ends and the tackles. Relaford is such an impressive young guy. Last year in fall camp, too, Paris, like I always raved about Kalaj Cobbins because when we go see him do one-on-ones, I mean, that dude was winning all the time, these pass rush drills. So you tell, man, they've got a lot of good young talent in that group.
100%.
Did you have like an NFL team when you were growing up, like a favorite team?
Yeah, my favorite team was the Ravens.
No kid. No. Was there a player or a reason why you like Baltimore?
Yeah, when I first started watching is when they won the Super Bowl with Ray Lewis, Jacoby Jones, and Joe Flacco and them in like 2012.
Hey man, that was a game in New Orleans. That Super Bowl was in when Beyonce knocked out the lights. So like, would you? I know for a guy like drafted, whatever, like so you hear your name called, it's a dream to go wherever. But like, is there a situation? Like as you're going through the process where you think, oh, that would be cool to go there? Like would you go to Baltimore? I mean, you say you're training in Fresno. Like, would you want to be in California? Like, do you have a preference of best case scenario where it would be?
I feel like everyone kind of wants to be somewhere a little warmer, but
Miami.
But specific like places, I feel like I'm pretty adaptable, like where I can go, pretty nomadic. I've been kind of living all over the place away from home for a while. So, I mean, whichever place is paying the most and really wants me to be on a team.
Yeah, man. No, from Canada to Connecticut, to Arizona, to Louisiana, working out in Fresno. We'll see where. No doubt, man. Like you've lived a life, man, for a young guy. Hey, last thing for you, I would love to know. Like, I don't know how much. Like, when you have a full roster, not everybody gets to have a ton of FaceTime or close relationship with the head coach. I'm just curious. Like, did you get to talk a ton to Brian Kelly? What it was like playing for him as your head coach at LSU for a couple seasons?
Yeah, I think Coach Kelly's a great coach. And like even beyond being a great coach, I think he's a good person. Like when I talked to him, like I had a lot of opportunities to talk to him. His office is pretty open. If you go in there and he's in a meeting, he'll tell you when he's done, make time for you, all types of stuff. Like I never had any issues talking to Coach Kelly. I think he's a great guy. And he does a good job leading the squad. He has a very clear message. He wants to graduate champions, and there's a certain standard that needs to be held to do that. But he's not like super difficult to talk to or anything. I think he's a great guy.
Yeah, man. Hopefully the graduation and graduate champions, hopefully they get that final game this year in 2025. He helped lay the foundation these past couple seasons. Paris Shand, dude, was versatile, always willing to do whatever they asked, man. Inside, outside, always played hard. It was fun to watch you play these past couple seasons in the purple and gold, man. Hey, good luck to you in the next phase. Hope you crush it in Pro Day and in the draft, and we'll look forward to keeping in touch and rooting for you from afar, man. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact, and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.